the first month of the year. And so I'll be taking that slide out of here very quickly. But, our goal, if you're looking at ihub Global for the very first time, I want to congratulate you and welcome you to this very short presentation. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about a company called ihub Global that we started in April of 2021. We got started putting it together a little bit before that, but we kind of pre-launched it in April, and we actually launched the company in November of 2021. And I'm going to talk about that here in a second. So, but before we get started with all of that, let me play this little short video for you, and then I'll be right back to you.
Welcome to ihub and congratulations. You know what they say, you get one or two great opportunities in a lifetime. Well, I truly believe you are in front of one of those opportunities right now. The reason I say that is simple. It happened to me. Let me explain just a little. You're about to learn about cryptocurrency mining in the world of the Internet of Things, or the IoT network. A little perspective. The IoT is bigger than Wi-Fi. It's all the things that run off the internet, like appliances, security cameras, scooters, healthy devices, and on and on. And we, ihub, has partnered with the largest IoT network in the world to grow it globally. We, meaning you and I, are now in a position to own the network. The IoT network is larger than any internet network or phone network on the planet. Owning networks is how wealth is created, and you're standing before it right now. So yes, I do believe this is an opportunity of a lifetime for me and for you. Listen, there is a lot of education for most of us with learning about blockchain, mining, IoT network, and more. But trust me when I say it's as simple as plugging in an ihub unit in your home or business and letting it earn for you in the network. After you join for free, you will see real results in real time, earning big right now. Minimum, get your ihub miner today. But if you're like me and want to own the network, you can build a legacy with the ihub affiliate program. Time to get started. Join for free.
So that's a little teaser video that we created a little while back. But, this is what my good friend Michael Stern asked me about a year and a half ago. He said, how would you like to own a piece of the first and largest peer-to-peer wireless network? Now, he said it, and then I said, well, I don't know. And he said, well, it's the next internet. He said, how would you like to own a piece of the next internet? And I said, yeah. I said, I absolutely would like to own a piece of the next internet. And he said, well, this internet isn't for people, it's for things, right? It's for devices. And we're going to talk a lot about that over the next 30 minutes. But we're also going to talk about something that is only going to happen one time, right? I mean, it's this global peer-to-peer wireless network. And you see all these little green dots back here. Well, these are all called hotspots, and you're going to learn about what a hotspot is and why you should even care. But as of just a little while ago, there were 535,292 hotspots around the globe. Now, when we first started looking at helium and these hotspots, there were less than 7,000 only in North America. And now, as you can see, they've kind of spread out all over the globe. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, if you will, because we are going to need millions and millions and millions of these little hotspots around the globe to create this wireless network. Here are the two guys that were responsible for creating helium. And what they did was very revolutionary and very forward thinking. They're kind of disruptive, creative disruptors, right? Helium was started in 2013. They started shipping those little hotspots in the late fall, early winter of 2019. So it took them 6 years to, lay the groundwork for what it is they were planning to do. We came along and saw this in about August of 2020, And, we decided that we could build a better model than the model that they had built for distributing hotspots around the world. So that's what we did. We came back and started talking about building networks, right? Which is something that we've been doing our entire life. So, here's a little video that Helium produced, which is the first video that I saw, which really piqued my interest as to what it is Helium is doing. So pay close attention to what this gal is going to walk you through over the next 3 minutes, and I'll be right back to you.
We've all used Wi-Fi for stuff like this.
So adorable.
And cellular data for stuff like this.
Triaxolotl.
Every day we connect to the internet, but it's not just people. From parking meters to packages, even these damn scooters. All these things should connect to the internet. Even this dog. Well, not the dog, but its collar. Seems like this little guy's lost. Luckily, he's got a smart collar on. But that smart collar isn't so smart without the internet. Cellular data plans can be pricey. It's not like Sean could just log into this cafe's Wi-Fi real quick.
Hey, I like your dog.
Oh, it's not my dog. I'm just using him to demonstrate a point.
What's your point?
Glad you asked. Wouldn't it make sense for all of these things to have their own internet? A network that works just for them, so they could always stay connected anywhere, anytime. That's the kind of future I want to live in. Guess what? And with the Helium hotspot.
Honey, who's that?
I'm the future.
It's, the future?
The Helium hotspot's a new kind of wireless device, where you and your community can create a network for the Internet of Things.
So like a Wi-Fi router?
No, it's long-fi. It reaches 200 times farther.
But why would I?
Why would you put this in your house?
Glad you asked.
Well, you're helping to power a better future for the city you live in, building a community of connectivity, making all sorts of things possible that aren't today, like helping you find lost things, connecting to things that can tell you when your food's expired. That is expired. Even powering sensors that help detect wildfires, so people and their things can stay safe.
What else?
Isn't that enough? The whole thing about building a better future for your children and your children's children?
We don't have kids.
Well, for people who care about that sort of thing, you get rewarded Helium tokens, a cryptocurrency as a thank you for building the network and enabling devices to connect. So any more questions?
Yeah, whose dog is this?
Yep. See, when the Internet of Things gets better, everything gets better. Even finding your dog. It's yours.
Sean, thank you. Come here, buddy. Oh, thank you.
With the Helium hotspot, you're helping to create a more connected future.
What's helium?
So glad you asked. Every day, we connect to the internet. But it's not just people. So what else connects to the internet?
I don't know.
I'm glad you asked.
That's what Michael asked me 18 months ago was, hey, do you know anything about helium? And I said, well, I know it's a gas. And he said, no, not the gas. He said, the company, And I said, no, don't have a clue. And he said, do you know anything about the Internet of Things? And I said, no, don't have a clue, nor do I want to know anything about the Internet of Things. Well, and then he kind of piqued my interest by showing me that video and giving me some more information. I started doing some research on my own, only to discover that the Internet of Things was already a very large enterprise, right? Over $800 billion a year industry just in 2021, and growing very, very rapidly. Already billions, over 8 billion devices, and predicted to go to $2 to $3 trillion over the next few years. And I've seen estimates of 70, 80, 100 billion or more devices that will all be connected to the Internet of Things. And it's what are all these different devices. We're going to talk about that in a second. The other thing that I got real excited about was the fact that Helium not only created these hotspots, they created their own blockchain called the Helium blockchain, and they created their own cryptocurrency, which has its own ecosystem, meaning it has its own customers already built in. I mean, it was an incredible business model they put together. And when I heard cryptocurrency, even piqued my interest even more. You see this little report that I grabbed the other day. CNBC reports crypto created as many as 85,000 new crypto millionaires in 2021 alone. So a lot of interest in cryptocurrency. And so here's what's happened with the Helium cryptocurrency. It started out June of 2020 at a little bit less than 3 cents. Wish that I would have bought it then. I would have enjoyed a 12,901% increase, which would have been rather nice. 52-week low, $1.40, 52-week high, $55.22. Now, I said earlier that we launched ihub Global November the 6th. And as you see, the all-time high was $55.22 on November the 12th. Now, I don't know if we had anything to do with that. I kind of suspect that we did, because as soon as we started broadcasting to our well over 1 million affiliates all over the globe, that ticker started to go up. And by the time we ended the day on the 6th, it was well over $50. So I think that we did have something, at least that's what I'm going to say, right? So what are these things? There's what you saw, right? That's the original Helium hotspot. We came along and created the next generation with our proprietary software in it, so that we could pay affiliate commissions. And I'm going to talk more about that in a second. And now this is the third generation of the Helium hotspot. And we've got different variations of that third generation that are coming into fruition right now. I came along and I said, you know what? To me, it's kind of a passive income generator, or PIG for short. I kind of nicknamed it a PIG, but we're not a network marketing company. We have no monthly ongoing fees that you have to pay for software licenses or anything else. There's no recruiting required. It's highly suggested, but you can have one of these units and make money 24/7 just by hosting it in your home or in your office or in both locations. We absolutely have no competition for what it is we're doing. There's no reason to build another internet, right? Because this will be the standard for the Internet of Things, or the IoT network. So what are all these things, right? And it's all kinds of smart appliances, from smart homes, pet collars, bike trackers, like she said on that video, even these damn scooters, right? So everything that you can possibly think of that you want to be aware of, be made, whether something is moving or something is lost or something is stolen, you can track anything, sensors for everything. There are thousands of companies building hardware and software specifically for the Internet of Things. And I'll talk about some packages that we're going to be offering here very shortly. Question for you. Would you invest 15 minutes a day to change your life? Great question, right? Most people would say yes, absolutely. But what do I have to do? Well, not very much. Maybe talk to a few people. And that's what I want to talk to you about, is how we build the network. Now, like I said earlier, you can have one of these hotspots in your home, and you can earn what that hotspot produces. In fact, you can go online and buy one from eBay and earn 100% of what that hotspot will produce on the Helium network. Or you can join ihub Global and earn 5%, 10%, 15% on hundreds, perhaps even thousands, perhaps even tens of thousands of these hotspots as we build out this global network all over the world. So, so if that is of interest to you, pay close attention to what I'm about to talk about, because it's our referral rewards program. Here's what got me interested in not owning a business that was taking my life away. Somebody talked to me 33 years ago about how I could make money while I was sleeping. I said, hey, if you can show me that, I'm ready to do whatever. Well, 34 years later, that's exactly what's happened. So this little example of the ihub Global affiliate plan this is really just the tip of the iceberg. Again, just the beginning phase. And what you're doing is you're referring people to host or own their own hotspot. No purchase required on your part. You could do this from any country without ever buying or owning a hotspot. That's one of the things that we put in to make it a level playing field for everybody all over the world. But it starts with your pro team, your first 5 people, your bronze network, your next 10, your silver network, your next 10, and your gold network from number 26 on to infinity. But for the sake of this example, I'm going to talk about 35 people, 5, 10, 10, and 10 in your gold. And here's how we designed this. The more you do, the more people you refer, the more money you make. So let's, we kind of took and made an assumption. What if each hotspot earns 10 helium? Now we've got hotspots that earn more, we've got hotspots that earn less, but this was a good number to use as a medium, if you will. And I'm going to talk about referring 35 people and what you can earn from just referring 35 people that host one of these hotspots. Your first 5, each one earns 10 helium a month. That's 50 helium times 20%. You earn 10 helium, right? Your next 10 people you refer, you earn 25%. You now have 10 who all earn 10 helium a month, or 100. 25% of that is 25 helium. Your silver network, same thing, you earn 30%, right? So it's 20, 25, 30, and the next jump is to 35. If you add those up, now, I know a lot of people could do this in a week. Some people could do it in a day. Some people might take a month. Some people it might take a longer period of time. No time limit. You work at your own pace, right? At whatever amount of time you have to build and refer people. But let's look at it over a 12-month span. 100 helium that comes in every month, right? Once you set up the machine, it's going to make money for you 24/7. Over 12 months, that's 1,200 helium. 1,200 helium times $40. It's not quite at $40 right now. It's been buffering around 30, 32, but as high as 55, right? So I just said, yeah, 40 bucks, right? 48 grand, $48,000 for referring 35 people, and no monthly qualifications. So those people don't have to do anything in order for this income to continue to be generated. And again, the person that is building this little network of 35 people doesn't even have to have a hotspot. They could be in any country in the world. Now think about it. What would an extra $3,000 or $4,000 a month do to your household? New car, new house, private school for kids, vacations that you've needed and wanted. bucket list things, give more to charity. I mean, whatever it is, this money will continue to come in and month out. So there's two ways to get started. You join for free. You can go to the website of the person that thought enough about you to point you in this direction, get their website, join for free. And then it's going to give you two options to lock in your hotspot. Either choice is fine, really doesn't matter to us. Both of them have a $99 initial deposit or application fee. And with that, you're going to get a voucher for an antenna. And we've discovered over the past year now that an antenna is a crucial part of earning a lot more helium than the average machine actually earns. So one side is a lease, or you're kind of renting that equipment, right? $18 a month. You pay your $99, you get your voucher for the antenna, and then you get a deployment number. Now we've got about 19,000 units that are on the way to us right now, coming into our Las Vegas office and our Florida office that will deploy and get out to everybody that has a deployment number. And you get that deployment number by locking in with either a lease or a one-time $400 security deposit, right? No monthly fee, just a one-time $400 security deposit that isn't even paid, either one of them, until your machine is deployed, right? Until it's shipped. So there's the two